You know what almost nobody realizes? Tens of thousands of Americans are losing money every single month, not because of scams or market crashes, but because they filed for Social Security the wrong way. And here's the part that hurts most. Once you make the mistake, you can't undo it. And I can tell you, the rules are complicated, confusing, and often unfair. But if you know how the system really works, you can turn it in your favor. So today, I'm going to break down exactly how you can avoid the biggest Social Security mistakes, the ones that could cost you tens of thousands of dollars over your lifetime. And the good news is that you're getting $834 monthly Social Security boost starts January, and I'll warn you now, what I'm about to say might go against everything you've heard before. Because the biggest Social Security trap isn't what you think it is, and millions of people are walking right into it this year. Let's start with one of the most misunderstood parts, the age you file. Most people think claiming Social Security is just about turning 62 or 67 and filling out a few forms. But that's not how it works. When you claim early, you lock in a permanent cut to your benefits, around 25% to 30%. That means smaller checks every single month for the rest of your life. And yes, that cut stays forever. On the flip side, if you wait, your benefit grows by roughly 8% every year you delay past full retirement age up to 70. That's a guaranteed increase that no investment account can match. So the question isn't when are you eligible, it's what's your long-term strategy? Because this one decision alone can change your retirement income by hundreds of thousands of dollars. And yet, most people rush to file early, not because it makes sense, but because they're scared the system will collapse or that it's my money, I want it now. That fear? It's costing retirees billions every single year. But here's the part nobody talks about. The Social Security decision you make doesn't just affect you. It can affect your spouse's entire financial future too. Let's talk about spousal and survivor benefits. If you're married, you might be eligible for up to 50% of your spouse's benefit at their full retirement age, but only if that's higher than your own. It's not automatic, and it's not on top of your benefit, it replaces it. Now here's the trap. If your spouse claims early, their reduced benefit also reduces yours. So if you're not planning together, you could both be cutting your income without realizing it. I once worked with a couple who planned to claim at 62 because that's what everyone told them to do. After running the math, we discovered that if one of them waited until 70, they'd collect over $140,000 more across their lifetime. That's the power of smart timing. And it gets even more emotional when we talk about survivor benefits. When one spouse passes away, the surviving spouse gets the higher of the two benefits, not both. So if you're the higher earner and you claim early, you're not just reducing your own check, you're reducing what your spouse lives on for the rest of their life. This isn't just about numbers, it's about legacy, protection, and dignity. And if you think that's frustrating, wait until you hear how taxes can quietly take away up to 85% of your Social Security, and nobody warned you. Most people think Social Security is tax-free. Unfortunately, that's not the case for most retirees. If your combined income, that's your adjusted gross income plus non-taxable interest plus half of your Social Security, crosses $34,000 for singles or $44,000 for couples, up to 85% of your benefit can be taxed. And here's the kicker. Those numbers haven't changed since 1984. Inflation kept rising, but those limits stayed frozen, pushing more retirees into taxation every single year. That means even if you did everything right, saved money, invested wisely, you could be penalized with higher taxes in retirement. The smart move? Plan your withdrawals and conversions before you start claiming. For many people, doing small Roth conversions in their 60s before filing can lower their tax burden for the rest of their life. You don't need a financial degree, you just need a plan. But the real shocker? You can lose your Social Security checks temporarily, even after you've started receiving them, and most people don't find out until it's too late. If you work while collecting Social Security before full retirement age, you'll hit something called the earnings limit. For 2025, that limit is about $23,400. Earn more than that, and for every $2 over the limit, Social Security will withhold $1 from your benefits. The good news? It's not permanent. Once you hit full retirement age, they recalculate and pay you back over time. The bad news? Most people have no idea this happens. Their checks suddenly drop or stop, and they panic, thinking they've lost their benefits forever. That's why understanding these rules before you file can save you a lot of stress and a lot of money. And yet, one of the simplest mistakes, the one that takes just 10 minutes to fix, could be quietly reducing your monthly payment right now. Your Social Security benefit is based on your 35 highest earning years. If there's an error in your record, a missing year, incorrect income, your benefit will be lower than it should be. And guess what? Those mistakes happen a lot. You can check your record anytime by logging into your SSA account. If you spot an issue, get it corrected right away because there's a time limit. Once you've claimed, fixing it becomes much harder. 10 minutes of checking could mean hundreds of dollars more every month for the rest of your life. And here's one that almost nobody knows. Even if you're divorced, you might still be entitled to Social Security benefits through your ex. Yes, really. If you were married for at least 10 years, are currently unmarried, and your ex-spouse is eligible for Social Security, you can claim benefits based on their record without affecting theirs at all. They don't even have to know you filed. And if your ex has passed away, you may qualify for survivor benefits, which can be even higher. This rule has quietly helped millions of retirees, especially women, boost their income without changing a single thing about their own record. But you have to ask. The SSA won't call you and tell you this. But all of this means nothing if you make the one mistake that destroys more retirements than any other, and almost everyone makes it. The biggest mistake isn't about timing, taxes, or spousal benefits. It's about relying on Social Security alone. Social Security was never meant to be your full retirement income. It was designed to replace only about 40% of your working salary. But millions of people are trying to live on it entirely, and that's why so many retirees are struggling. The average check is around $1,900 a month. And with rising prices, that doesn't stretch nearly as far as it used to. The truth is, Social Security should be the foundation of your plan, not the whole plan. You still need savings, investments, or even part-time income to stay comfortable. The retirees who thrive aren't the ones who earn the most. They're the ones who coordinated every part of their plan: benefits, taxes, withdrawals, and healthcare. Because retirement isn't just about money, it's about peace of mind. So before you file that application, ask yourself, are you claiming out of fear or out of strategy? Because the choice you make could define the rest of your retirement. If this helped you, hit the like button. It really supports the channel. And let me know your age and state in the comments. I love hearing from you and tailoring these updates to real people who are planning smarter. I'm Eliz, and this is how you retire with confidence, not confusion.